Late last week, what was supposed to be some father and son time down in Florida turned into a nightmare. And the reason? The alligator.
It's not unusual for kids to have scratches from cats or bites from dogs. But how about scars from an alligator? For 6-year-old Joey Welch, those are not boo-boos.
It must have been this wide. This is probably each edge of his mouth.
They are survival scars from the grip of an alligator's jaw.
And the alligator just went like and grabbed my arm and I couldn't get out.
I immediately heard these shouts and these blood-curdling screams. I ran down the hill and I saw this gator that had his right arm in its jaw.
Last Friday afternoon, Joey and his father were supposed to go canoeing in Boynton Beach. Joey wandered a bit and stumbled to the water's edge. That's when Joey's father heard his son screaming.
So I ran in the water. It was about waist deep, and I had my son like this here because I didn't want to play tug of war with the alligator because I didn't want him to get his arm ripped out. So while I'm doing that, I'm punching the alligator on top of the head as hard as I could.
Joey was still stuck when a Good Samaritan rushed over.
The Good Samaritan had kicked the gator underneath the belly about 3 or 4 times, and then I guess the gator decided that after getting kicked and punched, he just finally released, and I was able to get my son and walk to shore.
Joey was then rushed to a nearby hospital, remarkably with only minor injuries. Like any 6-year-old would, he says he's glad his dad was there to help him out.
Oh, of course.
Mom believes there was an angel watching over her son during that death-defying scare.
Why my son has an arm today, why he doesn't have puncture marks, it's a miracle.
I know why.
Why?
Joey's one tough
He's a tough little kid. Of course. Did you hear what he said? Yeah. Of course. And I like this little big wheel, although in the old day they were like orange and pink or I don't know what.
He's riding around. There is not a scratch on that child to be. He will not. You know what? In 10 years, he won't even remember this happened.
Maybe he's charmed. Maybe he's one of these kids who's going to just defy all kinds of daredevil type stuff.
You know what? The hospital where they took him in Fort Lauderdale called this a miracle.
Yes.
I know you heard it. I just want to emphasize the fact that this didn't happen.
Gators roll around. They turn and they turn. They could have twisted it right off.
That's right. And the alligator doesn't look big, but when you factor in the fact that they do twist around.
And he's not so big.
Right.